This is how Hollywood shows you wormholes and black holes. Big, colorful, swirling tunnels. But here's the problem. Almost everything you think you know about them is wrong. In movies, these aren't cosmic objects. They're just plot devices. Writers use them as a concept prop to fix a boring story or skip the travel time. But is that depiction based on reality? Or is it just a fabricated lie designed to entertain? To find out, we first need to understand what a wormhole actually is. And usually, that starts with a piece of paper.
You create a doorway.
You've seen this scene a dozen times. A scientist grabs a piece of paper, draws two dots, point A and point B, folds it, and punches a pen through. It's a shortcut, they say. This is actually a great explanation if you live in a 2D universe. But we don't live in 2D. We live in 3 dimensions. And this is where Hollywood gets lazy. They keep showing you the tunnel because it looks cool, but they ignore the geometry. To understand the real shape, we have to go back to 1935, where Albert Einstein and his student Nathan Rosen realized that general relativity allowed for something strange. They found that purely theoretically, a black hole could be connected to another point in space-time. They didn't call it a wormhole, they called it a bridge, the Einstein-Rosen bridge. Now, think about the geometry. If a hole in a 2D piece of paper is a flat circle, then a hole in 3D space must be a sphere.
What's a circle in 3 dimensions? Sphere. Exactly.
Interstellar is one of the only movies to get this right. A real Einstein-Rosen bridge wouldn't look like a funnel or a drain pipe. It would look like a crystal ball floating in space. It's a spherical window. You aren't going down a tunnel. You are stepping inside a distortion. The universe on the other side is warped around the surface of that sphere. It's not a magic door, it's a lens. Now, movies also love to mix this up with black holes. But before we compare them, let's be clear on what a black hole actually is. A black hole is a region in space where the force of gravity is so strong, not even light, the fastest known entity in our universe, can escape. The boundary of a black hole is called the event horizon, a point of no return, beyond which we truly cannot see. When something crosses the event horizon, it collapses into the black hole's singularity, an infinitely small, infinitely dense point where space, time, and the laws of physics no longer apply. A black hole is a dead end. It's a place where space falls inward forever. Even the new Superman movie underestimates the gravity of a true black hole. A wormhole is different. It's a tunnel through that gravity. Imagine the black hole is a trapdoor that never opens, while the wormhole is a slide that lets you exit. In movies, characters fly into black holes and survive because of love or quantum data. In reality, the gravity would stretch you into a noodle, a process literally called spaghettification, before you even reached the event horizon. This brings us to the biggest lie of all, the smooth ride. In movies, traveling through a wormhole is a bumpy flight. Maybe some sparks fly, and then pop, you're there. But the math says a natural wormhole is incredibly unstable. As soon as a single photon of light, or your spaceship, enters it, the tunnel would snap shut instantly, crushing you. To keep it open, you need something called exotic matter, with negative mass to push the walls apart. Think of it like the gate in Stranger Things. That tear in reality is messy, biological, and constantly trying to close. In the show, it takes a massive amount of energy to keep it open. Real physics is surprisingly similar. We would need exotic matter to act like a doorstop for gravity. We don't even know if this stuff exists. So when movies show a ship gliding through, they are ignoring the fact that the tunnel wants to kill them. They treat it like a highway when it's actually a collapsing building. So why does Hollywood lie? Because the reality, a spherical distortion requiring negative energy that kills you instantly, is too complicated for a 2-hour movie. They use wormholes as a prop, a cheat code to make the galaxy smaller so the hero can save the day. But honestly, the reality of the sphere is so much more beautiful than the fake tunnel. Maybe it's time movies started trusting the audience with the real math.